loyal to that town, to Portland, for his whole career. But he's on the wrong side of 30. Portland does not look to be knocking on the door of a championship. And Brian Custer asked Damian Lillard on his podcast, Last Stand podcast, Brian Custer's podcast, what new team he considered. You're going to hear Brian give him a list of names of teams and listen to Lillard's response.
Everybody keeps saying Damian Lillard is going to be traded to the Knicks. Damian Lillard's going to be traded to the Heat. Damian Lillard should be traded to the Celtics. Damian Lillard's going to be traded to the Nets. If one of those trades went through out of those teams, which one would you be like, that's not too bad?
Miami, obviously. Miami is the obvious one. And Bam is my dog.
He came out like a shot, Jay.
Hello, goodbye, Tyler Hero in draft picks. I mean, whatever you need to do to make it work. I mean, look, you're all right with Dame. One of the things I love about Dame is that today you're going to hear everybody pop off and tell Dame what the hell Dame should do. Dame don't give a damn what you think. Dame isn't going to ask publicly for a trade. That's not how this cat is built, right? It will need Portland to say, hey, we are moving in this direction. Thank you for your service. Let us help you get to a situation, almost like Matt Ryan, right? Like, remember how, like, with the Atlanta Falcons, they're like, hey, thank you for your service. I'm not saying, like, age-wise or where that's tapped out, but it's like, all right, like, you've given us all you've given us. Like, let us put you in the best possible situation. Like, that's the way it's going to have to end for Dame in Portland. Dame is not going to be one of these dudes. He's not cut from that cloth. Oh, now I'm going to put my foot in the ground. I want out. He might give you a little bit of tease here and there about, like, what he thinks good situations are, but I rock with that mentality at the end of the day. He ain't built like everybody else, and that's what makes this dude unique and different.
You know, Aaron Goodwin is his agent, and he's obviously represented Dame the entire time that he's been in the NBA, both from the same area in the Bay. I hear what you're saying, Jay, about Dame out front personally, but you know how it goes behind closed doors. At some point, when you get on the other side of 30 and you've yet to win a championship or really even play in a championship to get that feel, at some point you got all the money in the world. No matter how you embrace the community, no matter how much the community embraces you, your legacy in the Portland area, wherever you play, at some point as a player, you want to have an opportunity to play for a championship, not just be in the playoffs, but actually one of the last two teams standing. And we know Pat Riley, if they don't win this year, you know Pat Riley, he going to figure out a way. That little bit of chuckle and laugh and Bam is my guy, that window opened. That opportunity now open for Pat Riley to pick up the phone and Eric Spoelstra to pick up the phone and whoever else is in Miami running the business to pick up the phone to influence some things.
I mean, but Dame low-key been moving. I mean, he was out in Brooklyn for a while, in New York, right? So you got Mikal Bridges. He's talked openly about that relationship with Mikal.
Don't do the New York thing to me.
I'm just telling you how he's been moving. I'm not making. I'm not pulling stuff out of thin air. I'm just telling you what.
No, I know, doing. But don't do the New York thing to me, Jay.
You know, so look. If you were to ask what is the perfect location, Dame is cut from the same cloth as a Pat Riley, as an Eric Spoelstra.
Bingo.
That's where they're cut from.
That's the thing. What is significant about the sound, what grabs your attention, is not that he's entertaining the idea of leaving because Brian Custer asked him if it was a hypothetical. It's the fact that when he heard Miami, it came out like a shot. It was no equivocating. Miami, of course, right? And you don't think of, when you think of defense, you don't think of Damian Lillard. And when you think of defense, you certainly think of Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat. But there's a larger issue than that because his personality is the perfect fit there. When you think of mentality, Dame's mentality, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler's mentality, that's like when Jimmy Butler first signed with the Heat, he's like, yeah, that's right. That matches up. Lillard and the Heat match up, right? Don't you? It's an especially good situation. So as Key brought up, Jay, now that he said it out loud, does it make it more likely that he could actually wind up there?
You're damn right. Plus, you got guys like Gabe Vincent, his contract's coming up. You got Max Strus. He's an unrestricted free agent. They can have bird rights on him, too. Same with Gabe Vincent. But these guys talking about getting paid $10 to $15 million a year.
And you
Right?
can get that money, Jay. You can get that money to Dame, right? All that money they gonna pay everybody, boom, boom. You package it up, give it to Dame, and they're known to go find a couple other little sprinkle pieces. They can find the sprinkle pieces to put around those dudes.
If you got 7 undrafted players in a team that's in the finals, in the rotation, right? That means that if you have guys like Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, you should be able to find and develop pieces around them if you're the Heat. And listen, Pat Riley's never been shy about going to get the big fish when they've been available.
The only problem is like guys like Joe Cronin, the GM for the Portland Trailblazers, like if you have to make that trade, right? So like, do I like the pieces that? Because now if I'm on the market, I'm looking for how am I getting the best pieces in return for Dame's talent. So that becomes a little bit of the problem, right? It's great that Dame is saying I would like to be in Miami, but does that work out best for me if I'm the Portland Trailblazers for where I want to retool
if I'm the
my
GM,
team?
Jay, if I'm the GM, and let's say I can get, what could you get for Tyler Hero? If I don't want Tyler Hero, could they get a couple of firsts for him? Could they get a first for him, a first? Because if I
want Tyler Hero,
I'm saying if I'm Portland, I'm not looking for Tyler Hero. But what could you get for Tyler Hero? I might be interested in that. How much draft capital to put with their 3 first-round picks, and then as a GM, that gives me some runway because I could be like, look, we're in a rebuild. That gives me another 3, 4, 5 years, right? We're going to come in with 5 new first-round picks plus our own number 3. Simons and this one and that one. Maybe it's not working. We can clean house and start again with stupid draft capital. Wouldn't that give him more runway as a GM?
No, possible.
The Heat finals run has been a great story, but now they're down 2-1 at home. They can't lose game 4. They can't go down 3-1 and then head on the road. Is the story over now? Is it over for the Heat? Is Jay ready to go back to his sweep? Game 3 of the finals on the road. Pretty good time to do it. What else went wrong for the Miami Heat? Jimmy Butler weighed in on how he felt after the loss.
We feel great. We didn't play our best tonight. I feel like we just got to come out with more energy and effort, and that's correctable. That's on us as a group. No X's and O's can fix that. So, come out, dive on the floor, get loose balls, get defensive rebounds, and maybe, just maybe, it would have been a different game.
Jay, you buy what he's selling?
I mean, look, I'm never going to count out Miami.